Welcome to Founders in Flow, the podcast where two seasoned entrepreneurs, Neil and Ijlal, dive into real conversations about what it takes to build, grow, and scale an online business. Let's get into the flow.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Founders in Flow. I'm your host Neil Napier, and today we're diving into a topic that never loses its relevance no matter what year it is: turning cold traffic into buyers. Joining me is a truly insightful guest, Ijlal Ahmed. He's a trailblazer in digital marketing and growth hacking, and I can't wait to pick his brain. Ijlal, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me, Neil. It's always great to chat about how we can adapt and refine our techniques to keep up with the times. With everything shifting so rapidly, especially with AI entering the game, it's an exciting challenge, one I'm glad to tackle with you today.
Absolutely. Last time we touched a bit on how tech is changing the landscape for solopreneurs. Today, let's look at converting those mysterious, elusive, cold leads into not just customers, but loyal customers in 2025. To start with, Ijlal, from your perspective, what are the biggest changes you've observed in consumer behavior that affect this conversion process?
Great question, Neil. For starters, consumers are savvier than ever. They do their homework, they know the alternatives, and they're not easily swayed by the same old tactics. One big shift I've noticed is the demand for personalization at scale. People want to feel like brands get them, and that's become a key differentiator. This requires a fine balance of leveraging technology without losing the human touch, something that, ironically, AI is increasingly helping with.
It's an interesting point. Personalization is essential, yet it can be challenging, especially when you're dealing with cold traffic. Do you think email marketing still holds its weight in 2025 for personalization, given the changes in consumer behavior?
Definitely, Neil. While social media platforms get a lot of attention, email is still a robust channel for personal engagement. In 2025, it's all about leveraging advanced analytics to segment your list and tailor content to different segments. The beauty of email is that you can create a narrative arc for your subscribers. Storytelling here is not a buzzword, it's a way to captivate those who are receiving these emails, guiding them slowly from awareness to decision.
That's true. Email feels more intimate than a social media ad blasting a sales message in your face. But personalization isn't just about using someone's name in a subject line anymore, right? There's so much more depth here. Could you explain how marketers can effectively segment their audiences for better personalization?
Of course. Segmentation is about understanding various markers of customer behavior, things like purchase history, browsing activity, and even finer details like their engagement with previous marketing emails or content. In 2025, we're seeing an increased use of AI-driven insights that allow us to segment more intelligently by analyzing vast amounts of data quickly and efficiently. For instance, AI can identify which leads have a higher propensity to convert based on comparison with past customers. This allows for highly precise targeting that was previously unimaginable.
Exactly what many might overlook, using AI not just to automate, but to refine strategies in ways we hadn't thought possible before. Speaking of automation and AI, how else can businesses use these technologies to turn cold traffic into loyal buyers?
The role of AI here is profound. Besides segmentation, AI can enhance data analysis to predict customer behaviors and trends more accurately. Take, for example, AI chatbots. They are getting increasingly sophisticated, offering personalized recommendations that can speed up the buyer's journey. Then there's intelligent content creation, where AI can assist in developing content that resonates more with each unique segment, increasing engagement and retention.
Quick break from today's episode, but this is really exciting. If you've been enjoying this podcast so far, here's a little secret. We didn't write or speak a single word of it ourselves. Every episode of Founders in Flow is created using a tool we're building called PodGorilla, and it's about to change the way podcasts are made. PodGorilla lets you generate an entire podcast episode, from the topic to the script to the voiceover, using nothing but AI. You can pull inspiration from YouTube videos, PDFs, or even just drop in your own ideas. Then it gives you a complete, ready-to-publish audio episode in your voice. All you need to do is hit generate and let the tool do the work. And right now, we're opening up early access. If you want to be one of the first people to try PodGorilla before anyone else and see how we're using it behind the scenes, just head over to podgorilla.co and join the waitlist. That's podgorilla.co. The future of podcasting is just one click away. Now, back to the episode.
That's a good point. AI-driven content curation might sound intimidating to some, but it can indeed transform how businesses engage with leads. I'm curious, do you have any examples or success stories of businesses effectively using AI in their marketing strategies to win over cold traffic?
Definitely, Neil. Take an e-commerce company I consulted with recently. They implemented an AI-driven recommendation engine that adjusted product suggestions in real time as customers browsed their site. This created a more personalized shopping experience without the necessity for tons of manual input. Their conversion rate improved almost 20% within a few months, illustrating AI's potential to enhance customer experience and efficiency.
That's impressive. I guess when people feel seen and understood through these recommendations, it significantly impacts their buying decisions. Let's shift gears a bit. Ijlal, what are your thoughts on creating and maintaining trust and authenticity in marketing, which I think is even more crucial when you're dealing with cold leads?
In many ways, Neil, trust is the currency of the digital marketplace. For cold traffic, you're basically introducing yourself for the first time. Start with transparency. Don't try to hide terms or conditions, for instance. Second, showcase real testimonials or user-generated content. People trust people more than they trust brands, so putting real faces and voices to your advocates can drive their trust home.
I couldn't agree more on the importance of authenticity. These are things that align perfectly with the human element, transcending the trends of digital marketing. Would you say that community building plays a role here as well?
Community is incredibly vital. Building a community adds a layer of belonging and makes customers feel part of something larger than just a purchase. Platforms like Facebook groups or even private community spaces in Slack or Discord can be powerful. When people see a community that reflects their needs and values, it reassures them they're in the right place and that your brand is about more than just sales.
Exactly. A community becomes your army of advocates. As we're wrapping up this rich discussion, Ijlal, what last piece of advice would you give listeners to take their cold traffic strategies to the next level in 2025?
My advice would be to embrace technology without losing sight of the human element. Leverage tools like AI to enhance and not replace. Personalize every interaction wherever possible and always strive to maintain and build trust. Patience is key. Cold traffic might take longer to convert, but with consistent effort and the right strategies, the payoff can be significant.
Super insightful, Ijlal, as always. Thank you so much for sharing your expertise with us today. Listeners, don't forget to implement what you've learned. Catch you next time on Founders in Flow, where we'll continue to navigate the exciting world of entrepreneurship and digital innovation. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Founders in Flow with Neil and Ijlal. If you found value in today's conversation, make sure to subscribe so you never miss an episode. We drop new insights regularly, all focused on helping you grow faster, market smarter, and make more money online. Until next time, stay consistent, keep learning, and keep building.